Right, the system has detected a cooling fan is not operating correctly.
Ah, gee whiz, brother.
Continue operation is not recommended. May cause...
No, fuck that. We run our laptop into the ground for the boys.
Fuck it, I'm entering it. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
What does that mean? What does entering it mean?
He's entering the matrix.
Never mind, it won't even turn on.
He's entering the laptop. He's getting inside the circuit as we speak. Who's playing the fucking harmonica?
Yeah,
Who do you fucking think?
No, but I don't know.
It's like a sad western town.
I mean, recap in last session. You guys woke up after your party in Waterside. There was a charmed elven woman looking after LOUIE, after GILDOR, sorry. ZARLOK looked at his grandfather's memories and got his final thoughts before he died in combat. Oh yeah, you got a letter from...
It kicks off.
Well, we'll get to that bit. You got a letter that was from Fontaine. It was magically enchanted, and after breaking the enchantment you worked out, it basically said, get your asses over here. And you thought, before we leave, let's cause some shit. You had a massive bust up with Fizzbang and Barra, destroyed half of Waterside, boarded your friend Derek's boat and made him get in trouble with the guards in Waterside.
Right, we get it, you can stop now.
But it happened. You eventually made your way via Port Philhammer to Emberfield, where you went you had to go around you disguised yourself through a little checkpoint to get into Emberfield. You went to the Snake's Den, spoke to Fontaine, who basically said that people would come looking for you. One of them was a delegate from Northspire, Lord Cedric of House Dawnshield, who came to ratify the new council. And when he found out that there were some barons, one of which named Jean-Pierre Jaff, became increasingly interested. And ever since, there has been a larger Northspire guard presence in Emberfield. And not too long afterwards, an elderly man that reminded Fontaine of Ganfowl turned up. He said his name was Gaston, and he was looking for Jean-Pierre Jaff. Said that if you ever turned back up to Emberfield, for Jean-Pierre Jaff to go to the Burden Mule in the Footholds. And at the end of the session, Fontaine said that you guys were to stay the night, and he would try and find you guys safe passage to Northspire in the morning. So yeah, you all wake up the next morning in the Snake's Den in your various rooms, and as you all enter the main room for a spot of breakfast, Sasha and Floric are there eating just like some oatmeal and some bread, and they
rations, because there's not a lot going on.
You are currently in, I think you are. You are in Emberfield.
Oh, we haven't
in
even...
the Snake's Den.
right.
Yeah,
So
you haven't left
to Northspire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are still here in Snake's Den. And as you're having this conversation about making moves fairly sharpish, Fontaine arrives as you like halfway through your breakfast. Fontaine arrives. Alongside him is a short, stocky, dwarven man, black hair, thick black beard, wearing like casual clothes, just like a leather sort of tunic, some fairly nice leather boots. Nothing like good quality, but nothing ornate and showing lots of money, for example. And Fontaine sits down with you guys and says, "Morning all. I hope you had a good sleep. I had a bit of recon done last night, and it seems that the road between Emberfield and Northspire is swarming with guards from Northspire. It's not going to be easy getting you to the city, but I've had a talk around with some of my trusted men, and I have a possible solution. This afternoon, we have a steel shipment due to leave, heading to Northspire. It's probably leaving in the next 3 hours, maybe. It's a procession of about 8 wagons, and we're thinking it might be useful to hide you guys amongst the cargo. And usually the drivers will stop in the foothold for a drink before dropping off the cargo to the base of Northspire. So we're thinking maybe to hide you in that cargo, drop you off just outside the footholds, and from then you'll probably be on your own. But that's as best as I can kind of do for you at the moment.
Sounds pretty frigging good to me, Font.
Unless you have any other ideas, but that's as best as I can help you. The only other option is to go off-road and the long way round. But again, I don't know how...
Last time I was smuggled in with cargo, I got arrested. So it's a bit of a touchy subject for me, but I'm willing to do it for the easier path.
That's a good fun fact, that. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's all right. If we could also grab some disguise kits. I don't suppose you have any disguise kits.
I do have some disguise kits, but I also have this. And he pulls out a sort of like a troubadour's feather hat. It's like a leather cap with a feather at the top middle, sort of hanging off down to the side. It's like a big peacock feather. Quite pretty. He says, I got this on a job not so long ago, but now I'm a more, man of politics and power. I have no need for it anymore. But it's a hat of disguise. I can only see only one of you could use it. But you can don it and change your appearance. It won't change you into anything that isn't humanoid, and it can't do make you about a foot taller or a foot shorter. But that's about it, really.
It's good for Jaff, no? Because you're like wanted. You're like a wanted man.
I have disguise self, so maybe someone who doesn't have that should take.
Well, I was going to say that is not the party member I was sort of thinking of in my head. I must admit.
Maybe
I forgot.
Humongous fuck.
Yeah, but he still has to be. He can't be shorter. We can't make him normal sized. He's still going to be.
Did they not just say it make him a foot shorter?
Oh, it can make him
a
foot
a foot either way. So ZARLOK, you're like what, 7.5 foot tall?
He goes a foot taller.
So it'll be like 6'5" rather than 7'5".
That is
passes now just for a regular NBA player as opposed to a literal fucking giant. Do either of you have ways to disguise yourself or not?
I mean,
don't need him really. No, I don't.
You're a white dragon. You
yeah. I was going to say how common are elves. I think they're a lot more common than Dragonborn. So I should be. I mean, I have my cloak with a hood up, and I also have my ring of invisibility. So, I think, and I also have disguise self. We should be fine.
I will say as well.
Maybe just a few for Yeg then.
Also, the capital is going to be I mean, how many people live in Northspire? Probably a few 100,000 or some shit like that. I don't know, or in the tens of thousands. It's not going to be we walk in and all of a sudden shit we're here.
Yeah, we should be able to weave in.
I will also remind you that when you went through the checkpoint, they are looking for a party of you guys. So obviously,
they are bastards.
If there's an elf with 3 people that aren't the rest of the party, it would look a lot suspicious.
Yeah.
An elf for Dragonborn.
So really, we need a way for us all to become a kind of, I don't know, a coherent group rather than a group of mismatched people.
I think maybe just grab a couple for you, Yeg, just in case.
What? Yeah.
What if we just purchase a Gundam whilst we're sort of ticking off the sort of ideas that will help prepare us what we look like and stuff? But there's been a lot of talk of, obviously in the letter they mentioned a person who's expecting us, and I can't think of his name. Who's the guy who runs Emberfield now? I can't think of his name. Fontaine, that's it. And Fontaine warned us. There's a guy who looks like Ganfal. Obviously, there's a lot of information and there's a lot of things that are going to happen in Northspire. Is there anything that you could sort of tell us, any people that you think we might bump into, anything you think we need to know before we get there? I appreciate that you're not, everything is a bit up in the air at the moment, but I just want us all to be on the same page.
While we were on our journey there, I was going to kind of, I don't know, have a little chat with you guys and fill you guys in generally anyway. But I mean, if the guy who is meeting us, Gaston, is actually Gaston and the guy I think he is, then he will be a help to us. He will help us out. I know him from my childhood. He definitely wouldn't. Well, it definitely is really hard to say, but I'm fairly certain he wouldn't snake us out.
There are no guarantees in life, especially from your background, apparently.
I'd be moderately certain that he's one of the few people that really wouldn't snake us out. But like, look, we've got to keep our wits about us.
How you know him? You said you grew up with him, or
he kind of worked with my dad. He was very close to the family.
Okay.
He like saw me grow up. He's kind of like a second father figure to me.
Nice.
So
that's the guy who reminds Thingy of Ganfal, or is that someone else? Sorry.
I believe that is, as I say, whether or not someone has taken on his identity, whether or not there's some kind of like shenanigans going on, I don't really know.
We can't say for sure about that. So we may as well go in with the expectation that it is who you think it is.
He's our only real in Northspire that I'm aware of. I think we at least have to go see him, but it's been so long. I think keeping a moderate amount of wit about us is a smart idea.
And the other person mentioned, was that someone separate, or was that in reference to Gaston as well, do you think?
Well, the guy who was looking for us, the Cedric of House Dawnfield. Yeah, and I presume I'm familiar with House Dawnfield, or am I not?
Yes, you would be. House Dawnfield, at least from what you were aware of, they were a fairly small noble house. They actually owned a lot of land in the footholds, which is kind of like the small village just outside of Northspire. They were always helpful to like the runnings of Northspire, but you know, your knowledge extends from a while ago, so you don't know what may have changed in the interim.
I think them definitely be more wary of if they're kind of like they were a smaller house but are now seemingly kind of running errands and asking after stuff. I think be wary of them, because if they're with the new kind of king regent, whatever the fuck he's calling himself nowadays, then I would be wary of them if they're coming to look for us, considering that probably wouldn't normally be their place, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I think he was probably looking for us on the back of nefarious means. Gaston, I want to trust at the moment, so I'm going to say that was probably him trying to kind of get ahead of whatever else is going on. But I think we have to go to the footholds either way. Like, going to the main city itself, bad idea. I think we have to go to the footholds either way, and then it's very much going to be keep our wits about us and figure out, based on our own assessments, who we can and can't trust.
I agree.
And last but not least, Antoine Platisse.
Yes. King Regent, all around, I mean, as we've figured out even more, all around bad fucking cunt. I mean, everything goes to plan, and ideally we can somehow get close to him and kill him.
Remind me how you know him? You were in the same mercenary group, weren't you? Or?
No. He's King Regent now of Azureth. And he was a steward to my dad. So he was kind of part of the running of Northspire. Killed my family as well as some other people. And seemingly, as I say, I was kind of getting out of Northspire as all of this was going on, so I don't really know the details of how everything went down. But seemingly in the aftermath of it all has somehow come out as like King Regent of the whole thing.
Did he, can I ask, And I don't mean to like pry here. I'm not trying to.
No,
It's
look,
not interrogation.
It's open books.
Oh, how do you know specifically that it was him who killed your family?
I mean, that's a good question. I guess that is a moderate amount of assumption on the part of there were people who came, killed people in the capital. My family got poisoned, as well as a fair few other people. And then somehow Antoine comes out after it all and says that an illness struck people and they died of all these natural causes and whatnot. And
I see what you mean now. I'm with you. So instead of just like claiming it, it just seems the chips have fallen and he's the big winner, and it's all a bit suspicious. I'm with you now. Okay.
Well, especially when you like, I see people getting poisoned. And then he comes out and says that, well, I hear that he has announced to the kingdom and the capital that there was an illness that struck. It's like, well, that's not fucking right, is it?
How did he then end up running Northspire?
Well, I presume there was some kind of conspiracy going on, but as I said, any details about that, I was very swiftly out of the capital.
So he was steward to your dad. What position was your dad? How high up was he?
He was doing my family in general were pretty high up in the running of everything. They were they did very well for themselves. He worked in amongst the royal family generally, and was pretty important, as well as kind of being steward to my dad. And I mean, look, my assessment of him when I was younger, he was nice enough as part of the kind of like turn up nose snotty group that a lot of them were anyway, but he was always nice enough. But it seems like there was a lot of there's a lot of questions that I have to answer here as well, but clearly there was so much scheming going on that...
Okay, perfect. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate your honesty. And I think that when we get there, I'm sure the other two will agree, but you will be the, point guard. You'll be the lead. And
I'm happy to kind of take point on Northspire in general, but as we've said, it's kind of a group. I can do my best to tour guide, but we're always voting. We're always going with what we like.
Think we're a democracy.
I've never been to Northspire. Has anyone?
I've never been. No.
ZARLOK, I'm assuming you haven't.
No.
One thing I will say as a kind of sit rep is if we do manage to get in amongst it, I feel like opportunities for that are not going to be frequent. Mm-hmm. So if we get in and we're immediately like, this is too much, then okay, we get out. But if we get in and we're there for a little while, or at least feel moderately comfortable in amongst like actual Northspire, I think it would be silly not to take a crack at him at the very least.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Whether or not that be we go into like an open all-on brawl, maybe not, but some kind of...
we got to try and 007 it. Something I'm coming up with about Secret Spy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some poisons in my back pocket and whatnot. Whether or not we try and go for something like... I think it would just be silly not to take some form of crack at him.
Yeah. Sick, right, let's sneak into Northspire.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Easy.
Yeah, Fontaine will then say to you guys, he'll point to the dwarven man that he was with him. So this is Torrin Blackbarrow. He's a master of imports and exports, and he's the one that's going to be leading the procession today. So he'll be your way there. Right. I think he plans to leave in the next hour or two. So chill. Spend some time, get yourselves ready. I'll get those disguise kits brought to you as well. I should be able to rustle that up about, 6, maybe 8 disguise kits. And like I said, I know very little about what's going on in Northspire. My only real connections there from my roguish days, my Thieves Guild days, were that there is a group called the Grey Lanterns that reside mainly in the foothold and also within the inner mount, the actual mountain itself. They have increased in power in recent years, but from what I know from my various dealings with them in the past, their only real allegiance is gold. They could be a help, they could be a hindrance, so just be careful and be aware. In terms of notable members of them, I've only ever really dealt with intermediaries, but they always report back to a Mother Shade, whoever she may be. I know very little, but I wish I could be more help, but that's all I really know at the moment.
Why have we heard that name, Mother Shade?
I was going to say that weirdly rings a bell for me, but I really don't know why.
We did mention it in the last session. I don't know if
I was going to say, unless that same quote for quote was said last session, that's fine.
Fairly similar, yeah. You've got a couple of hours to kill before Torren is ready to escort you guys northwards to Northspire. So feel free to use that to have any conversations, do any preparations yourselves, or just to sit there and eat jam.
Dude, I've still got jam from day one.
Yan, well, I'll ask Fontaine actually. During the day, if I wanted to just kind of nip outside Emberfield and, I don't know, rummage for a few poisons or anything like that, would the guard presence around here, would it make it silly to do that? If I wanted to go shopping, would it make it silly to do that? Like, what?
It would be a risk. I mean, if there's anything that I can try and source for you, I can send a courier, perhaps. But Emberfield hasn't really we're still in the midst of rebuilding, so outside of basic herbs, I don't think there'll be much that I could really help provide you with.
No, that's absolutely fine. That's fine.
It would be risky for you. It would be risky for you to leave at the moment.
Yeah, I thought I'd just double check.
So yeah, if there's anything you guys want to do, let me know. If not, we can.
I would like to use my sending spell. I would like to cast sending.
Okay.
I'm going to send a message to Thalan.
Okay. What are you trying to say to Thalan?
I'm going to say, 25 words. Mother, hope you are well. Dad is protecting the box in Shadowfell. I am going to investigate the shadow glass. Can shadow glass be one word?
Shadow glass be one word.
Yeah. Going to investigate the shadow glass in Northspire. Report back soon. Love, Gil.
A few moments pass, and you get a response saying, glad you're safe. Interesting news about your father. I hope he is doing better. Cyrell keeps asking me questions and says he got promoted. Stay safe, and I hope you find the answers in Northspire. X.
X.
Oh, that's a trendy mum right there. I can imagine Thalan squinting with her index finger out, about 2 yards from her face. Perfect. Cool. Yeah, that's a big thing I want to communicate to the guys. Like, as Jaff's number one priority, but I would not be doing my job as leader of Zahith if I did not investigate the Shadow Glass when we get there. That is my responsibility as Master of Mages to find out what they've been doing with that.
Well, I think after what we saw, I think, as I say, just as it's important, the reason we're going to see Antoine is not entirely because of me either. Like, we know he's involved in all of this, and that's probably...
Yeah, he's on our
if anything,
list.
it's probably more important than anything I need to do while we're there. So that does need to take priority.
Excellent. Let's fucking do this.
Okay, so the preparations are finished. Torren Blackbarrow ushers you all out of the honeypot, and you see as well as you leave the honeypot, there's commotion away from where you're heading. and you make the assumption that Fontaine has tried to at least create a few diversions to get you guys out of the city quietly. And Torrance takes a few back roads, and eventually you make it to the gates outside of Emberfield, where there is a procession of about 6 wagons, all filled to the brim with like just crates of steel bars, steel ingots. And Torrance actually took about the 4th one in the row, and where a crate would have been full of steel is actually empty, and says you guys can sit in here, and I will let you know when it's safe for you guys to exit. We shouldn't get stopped by any patrols. They're pretty used to our presence now. We'll get searched close to the city, but when we get to the footholds, you should be able to get out. I'll come by and let you guys out when we get closer. For now, keep your heads down. And he'll sort of nod to you guys and head off. And yeah, the 3 or 4 hour journey by cart to Northspire begins. So any conversations you guys wish to have, feel free.
I mean, I guess I've probably, while we're on our way to Northspire, I've probably got some shit to say generally. I know, obviously, having had the great intervention of Zahith occur, that maybe you guys felt like I was keeping too much from you. I wasn't kind of being open and honest about everything that was going on, and I apologize for that. I guess I as I say, I don't like, as I said before when we were planning our whole thing, I don't want to like make us going here about me. Obviously, like Gil, you the time in Zahith like was very to do with you, but at that point we didn't know that actually going there like had as much importance as it did to what we're trying to do. So like this doesn't need to be like what Zahith was for you for me. Like I don't expect that, and I don't expect you guys to just kind of like, I don't know, I don't expect you guys to just kind of trounce around with each whim and whatever that I have. And I mean, look, in general with me and like the deals I've made, everything that happened with Phalar in Zahith, I don't know, it's, I want to just be a like enjoyable, merry part of this group for you guys to be with. Like it's, I don't know, there's a lot of conflict with me, like just in terms of the fact like I want to be normal, but also I feel like certain people / myself even deserve some form of justice in whichever way that comes. And I know we kind of had that argument where I was like, look, who are you lot to decide what I determine to be justice? But I don't want you guys to feel I'm like going around cutting down every cunt we come across, but at the same time, like there will be shit inherently that we come across where I feel like there are certain things I need to do, and I as I say, I want to make sure that if that happens, it's done the best way possible. And I don't know. I wish it wasn't like this, and I wish I could just kind of be like chill and normal. But
I think we all appreciate your continued honesty going into this. I also think that, hey, if you've got shit to do, you know, let's get it done. You know, we're pretty committed to this whole team thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if one of us commits a crime, well, unfortunately, we're all fugitives. Do you know what I mean? So, like, we're never going to avoid that. Like, if you wanted to do something, we're like, right, in it to win it. Let's go.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I also think I would like to apologise directly to you. I was actually going to do this in private, but seeing as you take some balls to pull 3 of us and apologise, so I would like to say sorry, not only for Waterside, because I don't know anyone there and I don't care, but that doesn't make that okay, and I care about you, and if you care about them, then that means that's not cool what happened. So that's on me, and I apologise for that. And also, I'm sorry about what happened in your past. That's a lot of shit, and to be left and betrayed and fucked on like that is, I couldn't say I wouldn't have done the same things that you did and gone to those dark places as well. So I fully recognise that. Maybe I've never really looked you in the eye and made sure that you knew that, which is a fault on my part. But I hope you know that you don't have to worry with us 3, because I don't want to speak on anyone else's behalf. But yeah, this is it. This is you're my boys. This is my team. So I want us to be like Yeg said. It's one team, one dream. So I want you to know that going forwards.
I appreciate that, and ZARLOK as well. I apologise for losing my shit at you, and as I say, like we don't want there to be any animosity. We've got to be together going into Northspire, and at the end of the day, it was all fucked, and we all fucked it up in multiple different ways. And
I raised my hand.
it is what it is.
It's okay. And I would like to take this moment to apologise to absolutely nobody. The Donald Trump does what the fuck he wants.
I knew that was coming.
I can smell that one coming.
No, I'm only joking. Don't get too excited. No, I'm sorry. Don't be a baby next time. But I'll try not to kill any more of your friends or set them up.
Thank you.
No promises,
Much
but I will try.
appreciated.
I'm gonna bring everyone in this weird little kind of like box thing.
Yeah, aren't we in a box like 6 foot wide?
they're quite large, the crates. Like your knees are in your chest, but you're not.
And I don't take a lot of room.
like
Any room
each other's
that
space.
you think is taken up by
Zarlok's
ZARLOK
taking up all of the room.
Yeah.
Zarlok's taking up all the room that you should be taking up.
I'm gonna give everyone a weird, awkward hug in our little box, and I'm gonna maybe like shed like a tear or two, and say I'm glad that my first time back is with you all.
Ah.
Get us in. Get us into Northspire.
Oh, guys, I found my harmonica. No, sorry.
As the sun becomes to get lower in the sky, you're in like the late afternoon, the very beginnings of the evening. The carriage, well, the car comes to a stop. A few seconds later, Torren gives yourself a little bang on the back of the doors, opens them up and says, "Right, we're at the edge of the footholds. Now's your best bet to jump out and do what you need to be done. I'll be here in the city for the next day, perhaps. Probably be somewhere in Lowspire. If you ever need me, you can ask around. But hopefully, I won't be here for too long, and everything goes okay for you guys."
Yeah, perfect.
You guys a nod. And as you exit the car, you see in the not so far distance Brimstone Peak and the city of Northspire. This doesn't particularly do the scale justice, but it does give you a sense of the terrain. The city is built into the side of the mountain. It has a lot of verticality to it, with the river that goes off to the northwest running through the
Is
area
it,
as
is
well.
it just me that can't see this, or
I can't.
Are we
either,
meant
no.
to be seeing
Oh.
something?
Sorry, there we go. Apologies. Yeah, it doesn't really do the scale justice because Brimstone Peak is canonically the tallest mountain, not in just the continent, in the world.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
the tallest
bit
mountain.
of an Everest situation.
Yeah. So imagine what you're seeing, but a lot taller, a lot more verticality to it. The river runs through and around off to the Shattered Isles to the northwest. And this is showing you sort of the city you can see is very clearly separated into different tiers. You have Lowspire, Midspire, Highspire, and Crownspire going upwards. And at the foot of the mountain, you are met with the area known as the Footholds. It's a large flat area which has the river running through it alongside up towards where the mountain is. There are large areas for farming, I'm talking acres and acres of orchards, of wheat fields, of cornfields. There's a large lumber presence as well, and then a small, more residential area towards the centre. Jaff, you know the Footholds quite well. If you would like to, you can produce a very small, map that's very simple. If you want.
I think I might sketch up a very off the top of my head, simple kind of map.
Well, as you do, you're asked your to the test, and you come up with a very lovely, beautiful sketch.
Bloody hell, I didn't know you could draw. Fucking hell!
Yeah, I used to dabble in a bit of drawing every now and again.
So you guys have come in from this area up here, literally along this road, and then up here is towards the mountain, towards the city of Northspire. So yeah, this is the sort of the lumber area. This is the farmy area, which goes a lot further off into the east. Smith's Hollow is the more residential area, and as is Old Riverbend. You know that the Bannered Mule, which is the area you're aiming for, is towards Smith's Hollow.
Okay.
Just as we get out the back of this, cart or whatever it kind of is, this lorry that we're in, what's the guard presence like in the Footholds currently?
Not very big. There is a larger concentration of guards. You would know this anyway, but you can just see it towards the edge of Road Warden Strip. This area here is a barracks. There's the odd guard wandering around, but even these are more like low-level guards, just here in case there's the odd drunken bar brawl or someone's stolen someone's sheep. They don't really get involved in the big politics of Northspire. They're here just doing their patrol and making sure nothing untoward is happening. You don't see many guards in this area.
Well, I'm going to cock my hood anyway and cover my white hair. But I reckon we're probably okay without disguises for now.
Yeah. I have a question. Is this the only way in and out of Northspire?
As far as you know, yes.
Okay. We just jump and we're out of the steel box we were in.
Yeah. They have then once you've dropped off, they've carried on and they're going up towards Road Warden Strip.
Right. Okay. So they do go all the way through into the city. They don't stop here.
Yeah. He said he's going to be in Lowspire.
Yeah. He said they said that they usually
they
leave. He did say that they leave the carriages here, so they're going to leave them at the barracks, spend the evening having a drink around this area maybe, and then taking it up to the city tomorrow and be around Lowspire area.
Okay.
I think we look for these. What are they? Grey cloaks. What were they called, Jan? Sorry.
Grey lanterns.
Grey lanterns.
Grey lanterns. I think we look for these grey lanterns ASAP, because if anyone's going to have a secret tunnel into the city, it's them.
Don't we need to meet your mate in the pub though? No.
Well, yeah. That is
That's
probably
first port of call, though.
First port of call. Yeah. As I say though, let's I honestly think that maybe we go in separately, just in case it's some kind of trap. And then we can kind of be ready. And if we kind of assess the situation and we think it's okay, then we can all kind of convene. You can come over to the table, but maybe like someone goes in at the bar, someone sits somewhere else, someone sits somewhere else, and then I'll come in, look for him, and we can assess if there's some kind of trap going on, just in case. I'm just trying to be like weary here.
Do you want to go in with ZARLOK then, and I'll go in with Yegor?
Yeah, go on. Maybe we do that then. We'll you two go in first, have a little mooch about, see what you see.
Sure.
And then
I volunteer to sit at the bar.
We'll come in like a minute or two after.
Okay.
So you direct the guys through towards Smith's Hollow, and you see a fairly for the area you're in, it's quite a large tavern, the Bannered Mule. And so you're saying that Yeg and GILDOR are going in first?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to be walking in, making really casual conversation with Yeg, and as I'm walking in, I'm going to be scanning just for anything booky, and I'll be speaking to Yeg. Yeah, literally, she just messaged me back saying it's all moving a bit too quick, and now she wants to break it off. I mean, we literally slept together last night. It's I
hate when that happens. Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
Is that your investigation check? Perfect.
That was my investigation check.
So before I resolve that, Jaff and ZARLOK, are you sort of waiting directly outside, a little bit like a few, like 30, 50 yards away? What's the
enough to hear if something kicks off massively, but far enough away as to like we're not standing directly outside the door and are liable to kind of like be seen to be waiting. I'm also going to give ZARLOK a little slap on the bum and be like, "Wits about you," and give him some inspiration.
Cool. ZARLOK, the compass you were given by by Valandor, where do you store it on your body as a question?
Stab it in my pocket.
Well, you feel in your pocket, you feel a very faint vibration. It's faint, so you know that it's not like he's not next to you right now.
It's a phantom vibration. Don't worry about it.
But there is a phantom vibration, and if you pull it out, you will see that it is pointing towards this tavern.
I'm going to take it out and immediately show Jaff. With eyes like...
This is maybe not good news, that where we're supposed to be meeting someone for a low scale, like kind of under wraps meeting, there's someone from your compass there. This either feels like an ambush or just really bad fucking like coincidence.
Yeah, good shout that actually.
Meanwhile,
right,
as you guys enter into the tavern, on your 25 investigation check, as you sort of nosy around, it's a fairly large tavern. It's quite busy.
Wait. What? Sorry. Once that goes off, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast message. Does that work? 120 feet. Yeah. I'm gonna cast message immediately to Gil and be like, "ZARLOK's compass is going off."
Yeg.
Huh? No, I'm here. Sorry. Casual conversation.
There's good news. There's good news and bad news.
Oh no.
The good news is they haven't had a fight together yet.
Good. That is
bad
good
news.
news.
Is ZARLOK's compass is going off.
Ah, you're joking. It's probably going off because I walked in. Do you know what I mean? It's one of
That's
those.
true. Yeah. That would be an unbelievable. Write that plot twist in the book that you're writing.
I'm going to write that down. I'm going to start scribbling.
Don't let a lie get in the way of a good story.
So yeah, on your 25 investigation, you have a nosy around, and there are like general, just sort of farmers and stuff sitting around. A couple of people that probably work down at the Smith's Hollow, you know, some blacksmiths and stuff. The people that sort of catch your eye, there is obviously the elderly barkeep, an old female woman with like wiry grey hair serving drinks. There is a muscular ginger woman with like freckly face, like big, strong muscles. She's got soot in her hair.
She
In
cute
a
though.
drinking competition with a bunch of blokes also in the same sort of garb as her. There's an elderly male halfling man sitting at a table alone with a small little journal, a quill and an inkpot, and 6 different ales in front of him that he's sipping and then writing and sipping and then writing.
What a guy.
There's an older dwarven male who is wearing the Azureth green and gold attire, who make an insight check for me. He seems, he doesn't seem like he's having the best day. There's a
The dwarven guy.
brow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a minotaur man sitting at the bar.
All right.
He is just sipping a big mug of ale on his own. People are like looking at him like they recognize. Some people look like him, they recognize him. Others are a bit like, who the hell is this guy? But he's sitting there at the bar. And then off into the corner, there is a group of men, all with their hoods up, speaking in low, hushed whispers.
This gracious.
Tense vibes in here.
Okay, yeah. What do we do?
I think we can go join the halfling guy.
Yeah. Okay.
I might go to him because he seems like a nice chap.
Shall I buy us a drink at the bar so we don't?
Yeah.
I'll bring 3 drinks over. Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna go say hello to the halfling.
You head over to this elderly halfling man. He's wearing like a leather set of overalls with like a white shirt underneath, sort of like fairly like linen kind of vibes. Pair of spectacles on his head, and as you approach, says, please, do you like ale? Are you a man that drinks ale?
Oh, I do. Yeah, thank you.
Could you sip these 2? And he points to 2 on the furthest left. Say, which one is more hoppy in your
Yeah.
in your eyes?
Let's go.
I will say, I don't know. How do you roll for taste? Make a make a Constitution check for me.
Constitution. Bang.
The one on the left, you can tell definitely is a more hoppy ale than on the right.
That's hoppy. That one.
You have a good palate, good sir.
Thank you.
You agree with me, and he furiously as he scribbles down his ledger. So, what brings you to the footholds? We don't have many visitors.
God, do you know, I've never been to Northspire. Never been. And my friend and he's buying a drink over there. He might even get one for you. I don't know. He is quite nice. And we were just going around seeing all the local taverns because, I mean, I don't write about ale specifically, but I do write. So I like to write about what I see, you know.
Oh, you're a writer. Well, I mean, there's plenty of people in the...
Oh, no, you do you.
Well, I mean, you would do well in the Artisan's Crown in Midspire. There's a whole district for arts and writers and scholars and people of the more bardic and performance.
Oh, what was it called? Artisan?
The Artisan's Crown.
Crown.
It's, in Midspire. Yeah. I mean, the Northspire, there's a place for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
There is always money to be made, fortune to be had, legends to be told. It's somewhere that someone can definitely make a name for themselves. I myself am a brewer. I have a brewery down in the footholds.
Get out of town.
I'm trying to make the perfect ale. I'm trying to perfect my ale.
Okay. The perfect
My hope is that
ale.
if I could get stocked in some taverns in the main city, perhaps I could. I would love a residence in the Noble Walk with a lovely view of Old River Bend from above. I grew up around this way.
What's your name or name of ale or name of brewery? What do you call your?
I am Talus Underweath of the Tarn Brew Distillery. I've yet to name any of my ales.
Oh, shit, sorry.
I feel like I shouldn't name it until I perfect it. For now, they just go by numbers.
Okay.
The one you just drank, the hoppier one, that is ale number 7. He consults his ledger 723.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
You're a
It's
real,
been a while.
you're a perfectionist then, I'm gathering.
Well, yes, it has to be the perfect ale, you see.
So what was the name of your brewery again?
Tarn Brew Distillery.
Tarn.
TARNBREW.
Yeah, got you.
You've been in there a few minutes.
Mhm.
I would probably start to head in with ZARLOK, but I am going to disguise myself before we go in. I'm going to disguise myself as... Could I disguise myself as a high spire guard?
Yeah, a high spire guard or just a general Northspire guard. You would know that the guards on the different levels have slightly different insignia on them.
Maybe not a high spire. Maybe that'd draw too much attention. A low spire guard. So not like a guard around here. Someone of a little bit more importance, but not like like a low spire guard maybe.
But yeah, you do so, and then just like facial wise, you're just going for like a generic preset one Q&A or that vibe.
Yeah.
Going for like a preset NPC
Male A.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Do you do you reckon I need to put that funny hat on?
If I were you, I maybe would put your hat on, just because your compass is going off.
Right, I'm gonna put the hat on. So I'm gonna put the hat on.
cool. And how do you try and look yourself? You could look however you want, as long as you are humanoid and within 1 foot of your actual height.
Do a guard as well. Do a guard. Let's come in as guards.
Right, I'm gonna be a guard as well, but like a fatter guard.
Yeah.
No worries. So you guys disguise those as guards, and you make your way into the tavern. As you guys enter, the foothold guard, who looks quite sad, has a look over at you guys.
At ease.
He sighs and just goes back to his drink and sort of just... He's like putting his finger in his beer and just sort of swirling it around. He's not very... he's very much
Fucking
just
gross.
passing time.
Okay, I'm going to look around for Gaston immediately.
Make a perception check or investigation check, either one. On a 22, you do not see Gaston anywhere.
Is my compass like? If I was to just like shut my hand, would the whole compass be shut in it?
Yes.
Right, I'm just gonna do that and see where it vibrates the hardest.
Well, you see that as you walk in, it points over towards the bar area, pretty much directly at the Minotaur Loke.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a sneaky suspicion about
At this
it.
point,
Yeah.
he also places his hand on his pouch at his side
Oh no.
and pulls out... Well, make a perception check for me, see if you notice this.
Can we all see if we notice this?
Am I at the bar? I'm at the
You are
bar.
at the
next
bar,
to
actually,
him.
yeah. I'd say Zarlok and
Gil.
Gil can be up to your doing other things.
Fuck off, Gil!
Can you roll it again without advantage?
Oh, how am I always on that?
It's the laptop, mate.
We're cooked.
Yeah, you don't notice this. Neither of you notice anything.
Okay, well, not noticing anything about this fucking Minotaur. I'm gonna cast. Can I? Is message like a cantrip you can kind of just cast into the ether? No, you have to point your finger at a creature. Oh.
Yeah, it has a semantic component.
So I don't see Gaston at all. Okay, I guess. Okay, well, the thing is, we don't notice the Minotaur. I was going to say, I guess we head towards the bar, which we probably would.
You notice he's there. You don't notice the action he just made.
Yeah, you don't know he's feeling a pouch.
I felt like before you said anything that it was going to be the Minotaur anyway. I feel like steering clear of him is
As you're deliberating this, the Minotaur stands up from his stool and looks into his hand and begins walking directly towards the two of you.
Fuck.
Is he walking past? Is he walking past me?
He does have to walk past your table.
I'm so tempted to just stick out my leg.
Yeah, but
As
like,
he-
do you know it's like disguised, or do you also think
Who you
we are just
Guards.
like guards?
Oh,
that have
well, I
walked in?
mean, I think I'd
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. You two wouldn't know that the two guards are.
necessarily. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm gonna kind of hurry Zarlok out of the way of the door and just hope he walks out the front door and gets confused.
So you're hurrying Zarlok where?
Just off to either the right or the left-hand side of the door that we've just come through, like trying to get him out of the way of the door so that if this guy is just heading for the door, we can tell, or if he's heading literally for us two, we can also tell.
You move to the side, and he's heading directly towards you two. And as he approaches, he, with his like snout kind of nose, has like a long sniff.
Can I help you, mate?
One of you smells like giant. He's like starts to sniff the both of you.
I'm gonna punch Jaff on the arm and be like, he's calling me fat.
I'm gonna say, oh well, we were just cleaning up a giant problem nearby and cast Charm Person on him.
That's
All right.
ballsy.
What is the save?
It is a Wisdom save against DC 16.
He gets my 9.
He gets you a 9.
Yep, my
Okay.
9 divination roll.
You
So
don't know
you
he's
are
a god,
trying-
surely. Do you know?
I would say actually, I don't think you know he's a.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we're saying I don't know the guards are Jaff and.
Well, yeah, we don't know for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So wisdom save, yes.
yeah!
Okay.
Good stuff.
Strange. I would have known if there were giants in the area, but who am I to question two guards of Lowspire?
There were some running around the Dawn Fields. We were sent to clean them up. Maybe if you're looking for giants, they'll be out there.
Perhaps I will venture there. I will finish my drink first. And then
What are you looking for, mate?
He looks down, and by the way, at this point, like the compasses are your compass is massively vibrating, like it is like vibrating in your hand.
It's like you've got an alarm going off in your phone in your pocket.
Pretty much. It lasts an hour shot. The Minotaur will say, "Well, are we going back to the bar for a drink? But I may go investigate the giants later." And heads back to the bar and carries on sipping on his ale. But he keeps looking down at his thing, trying to work out what's going on here. He's a bit confused.
I'm gonna
We
say,
can go for him later, surely.
oh fuck, I don't know if we can do this now. Like the thing is,
Now
this is
is the worst time.
listen. You either die a pussy or you die a hero.
That old saying.
Okay,
That whole saying.
I'm happy to do this. Just give me like 5 minutes to look for who I'm looking for. If not, then I'm happy to scrap it out.
Right, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes on the dot.
Okay, I'm gonna do a lap.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, right. I'm doing a lap of the thing. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna send a message to Gil and be like, "We're the guards. I can't see him in here. Zarlok wants to scrap this Minotaur within 5 minutes. I'm gonna look for Gaston. If not, we take this Minotaur out somewhere quieter and we scrap him for the sake of the compass."
I reply, shall I distract the Minotaur?
Yeah, oh, if you could, you and Yeg, amazing.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll do a lap. So I know that none of the people in here, like I've seen the face of everyone, and no one looks like Gaston.
There is no Gaston in this area, in this downstairs area of the bar.
Is there an upstairs?
There are stairs going up. You don't know what is upstairs, but there are stairs going up.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
As you approach the stairs, the elderly barkeep calls out to you. Excuse me, the rooms are upstairs, and I don't believe you have a reservation. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, I can see if we have a room for you.
Reports of a disturbance. I'm just going to investigate. It was called into one of my colleagues by, I believe, someone named Gaston. I don't suppose you've got someone as a reservation here under that name, do you?
Nice.
Make a deception check first.
Because I'm disguised, do I do that with advantage? I think that's only if I have the actor feat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just make straight deception.
And then make an insight check for me, please.
Insight. Oh, that was bad. Can I use my use my heroic inspiration to re-roll that, please?
You can.
Right, that was a great use, wasn't it?
Yeah. There are too many wrinkles and laugh lines on her face to read the same thing from her face, but she seems to believe. She says, and she sort of beckon you closer.
Yeah.
She'll say, I'm not really at liberty to speak about my guests. You know, confidentiality, people come here looking for somewhere to stay, not for their business to be spoken about to everyone that comes. And I mean, I don't know if there is a Gaston upstairs, but I don't know if there isn't either.
Okay, thank you. You've been very helpful.
Absolutely no help.
Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, I'll just say, look, I'll be in and out within a minute. I just need to go check, or I just need to tick my box and check on a disturbance up there. So I'll be in and out in a minute. Just got to tick my box.
Yes, sir. Feel free.
Okay, so I'll head up the stairs. How many rooms are there up here?
There's quite a few, because it's actually 2 layers, like 2 floors worth of rooms. There's 8 on the first floor.
I'm going to go one by one, pointing through the doors, just saying the word Gaston, casting message. Okay.
You go through all the floors on this room.
All the floors on this room?
All the rooms on this floor, sorry. You don't get anything in return.
Okay, next room. Next floor.
Okay. It's not funny when you do it.
I thought that was quite good. Didn't get any reaction. Fuck's sake.
You go upstairs. There's another 8 rooms up here. You make a perception check.
This Gaston's a wily little fucker.
Yeah, he is.
You're not sure if it was on the 4th or the 5th try of the rooms. I think the 4th or the 5th room. But after one of those, after sending that message, you hear like a scraping on the floor, like someone has made a reaction.
Can I look through the keyhole of the 4th and the 5th one?
Right, I'm gonna make my way over.
We'll get to that in a second.
No! That wasn't 5 canonical minutes. It wasn't. It was like 3 canonical minutes.
This whole time I've been at the bar, like, so do you come here often? Or?
we're gonna continue with Jaff for a second, and then we'll come downstairs.
Don't do the fight without me as well. Oh no!
You get down to the key of the 4th room, and you look inside. Make a insight check for me.
Okay, an insight check.
You look through, and make a perception. No, it's fine. So with that insight check, the room, you look at the bed sheets and the way that they're sort of hanging like slightly off. You can tell someone's definitely living in this room, but you can't see anyone when you look through the keyhole.
Right. And then the other keyhole?
Make another insight check.
Oh,
Fucking
Jaff.
brilliant.
Jesus, mate.
Oh no.
You basically get the same information. Someone's living in this room.
Okay, I'm just going to go and knock on the first one. I'm going to knock on the door.
You knock on the door. No response.
Second one.
Again, you knock on the door. No response.
Right, okay. Fuck it, I'm kicking in the door of pick odds or evens for me, Jan.
Odds.
The second one.
You take a step back. Make a strength check just to see if it's going awfully bad for you.
Okay.
It's fine. You boot the door and it kind of cut. It's like a very like old wooden door. It's got a bit of rotting wood on the hinges. As you kick the door, it just splinters off the hinges and just falls flat. And do you follow it? Do you walk in afterwards?
Well, what do I see as I kick the door in? Is there anyone in there? Has anyone made a noise? Like,
well, from from your vision, you can't see anything. You can't see anyone in there, but the room does extend further to the left, to the right, from where you can see from the door frame.
I'm gonna bring out my glaive and just kind of like I'm checking. I'm not even like going full way through the door. I'm just kind of like maneuvering myself around the doorway and checking corners.
All right, what's your AC?
Oh dear.
A like wooden club comes flying towards your face, but you manage to dodge out of the way. And looking to your left, you see Gaston standing there holding the club. And as he goes to swing again, there's a moment of recognition. He just drops it out of his hand and says, Jean-Pierre, and he
doesn't, because I'm
disguised. Yeah. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot you're disguised, sorry. He sees the Northspire guard and he's going to try to swing again then.
What, do I not get an action in between his two swings?
Well, he gets to attack the sun. He gets to attack.
Yes!
So you take 4 plus 2, 8. You take 8 points of damage as he clocks you round the jaw with a swing of this wooden club.
I'm going to then drop my disguise and be like, "You fucking bastard!"
He's gonna finally see your face and drop the bat and be like, "Oh, Jean-Pierre," and he comes and gives you a massive hug. And he's like fairly short. He's probably like his head only comes up to like your like chest area, and he like brings you in for like a big hug and doesn't let go. Like, just proper holds you tight.
Jesus, man, you. I'll send a message down to Gil and say I've found him.
Okay. Meanwhile, downstairs. So, Gil, you're sitting at the bar with the Minotaur. Yegor, are you still with the brewer?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm probably just helping him drink his drinks.
Yeah. ZARLOK, your 5-minute internal timer has finished. And you begin to head towards the Minotaur.
I'm gonna walk over to the Minotaur, pull up a stool and sit right next to him. 2 jars, please!
Hilda, the barkeep, obliges.
Hi, mate. What did you talk about giants for earlier?
Well, I spent my childhood around giants. They raised me. And I can always sniff one and I can smell it on you. Giants are fascinating creatures. They're a lot more gentle than people give them credit for. Extremely intelligent. They have a connection to the world.
Not our one.
Gildor laughs into his J2O.
And I could smell it on you. And I mean, if you were fighting giants nearby, I feel like I would have known their presence.
You know what, mate? You're bang on there. They are super smart. Our mate likes to exaggerate. We weren't actually fighting them. We were sorting out a fight with them. They were fighting other people. Well, they was getting picked on. You know, kind-hearted, smart people they are. So we had to sort it out.
2 seconds, lads. Give me 2 seconds.
Midway through the greatest roleplay of all time.
Warrior's just there.
Also, what's happened to Zarlok's posh accent? Just given
I'm
up.
disguised.
He's
I'm
disguised as a god.
No, I know, but even pre the disguise.
Yeah, that's it.
What? No, I did have a posh accent
Always had
before.
come on.
Oh, right,
It was
okay.
kind of half and half. It was.
No, do you know what? I was speaking as in like my thoughts without Zarlok actually speaking.
Sorry. I think
Yeah,
I
Zarlok
missed.
Zarlok wasn't actually speaking.
I would never. Yeah, okay.
This god is like a secret giant. You know, it's like secret CEO or something, secret boss.
This god
Undercover
sounds
boss.
like.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
When they're in the chicken shop, they can just see the guy not giving a shit.
He's
as
like,
he's
yeah,
serving
yeah,
the
giants are really lovely. Yeah, me too.
This guy sounds like he's permanently got 3 donuts in his mouth. Sounds like he's doing the Chubby Bunny challenge with 13 marshmallows in his grid. Your wheelhouse of accents never ceases to amaze me.
I was going to say it is brilliant.
The day Freddy plays a bard is actually game over.
So you're saying there were giants fighting nearby?
Well, they was getting picked on, but one of them randomly, right, got beat up so bad, right, he took every single piece of clothing off, didn't he? What? And he just fled, right? Weird, innit? Right?
Highly irregular, yes.
Exactly. He left some good shit behind. Right. Hang on. I'm gonna pull out my 21 pieces of gold and the compass and be like, look at this good loot they've got. As he's running off, he shouted at me, you can have it! So I did.
At the sight of the compass, there'll be a moment of recognition, and he'll say, wow, a giant wielded one of the compasses? Well, I'm glad it never came my way. Do you know what you wield currently?
Not really, mate. Could you help me?
These compasses, they're artifacts of Tyr. They are meant to be signs of power. Those that wield them are strong warriors, some of the strongest. You hold the 4th, I hold the 3rd. I've been searching for the 2nd. I don't quite know what to do here because you don't seem like a formidable warrior. But I also feel
well,
like
mate, you ain't seen me on a game of poker.
Yeah, I feel like it would be unjust to rob you of your possession, but...
Well, you'd be going to prison, wouldn't you? I'm a guard.
Well, I say rob you, I mean, challenge you to a duel and take it off of you the correct way.
All I'm saying, mate, is the only way we'd be having a tear up in here is if there was a dartboard. And at the end of the day, I don't see one. So what happens if you collect all these compasses then?
Well, the legends say that you'll inherit the very strength of Tyr, and your blows will be like a tempest of storms.
Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that one day that compass will get into the hands of someone strong. Here, and he pulls out of his pocket a small golden coin, which has embossed on the coin a set of golden fangs. And he says, "You don't seem like the brightest of guards. No offense. Keep the compass close to the coin, and if someone finds this compass and the coin, they'll know where to go to challenge me."
Where the fuck does that mean?
I will refrain from telling you.
Right. Let me give you this one, right? What if the next bloke with a compass comes along, tries to start a fight with me, I beat him in a game of darts, and he owes me the fucking compass? Where the fuck am I going to find you there?
He drops his voice and says, "When someone is ready to challenge me for my compass, take that coin and head to the Jade Ember Inn. Give the coin to the doorman, and you will know he will take you where you need to go to fight, to challenge me. Whether that be you, and you feel like you are ready for it, or whether it be another willing champion that comes along."
Right. Well, I don't know if you can see, but the state of me right now, I need the summer shred, don't I? So, we ain't going to have it out here right now. But, give it a couple weeks. I might open the Manjaro, and we'll have a look then.
Well, I will be waiting for a worthy challenger. Good day. And he sort of nods his head, finishes off his ale, and heads off, leaves the establishment.
Tricky cunt didn't pay for his beers.
He'll just the barkeeper says, "Oh no, that's Harkin. He drinks for free here. He helped us out with a couple of bar fights recently. Not that the guards don't do enough, you do, but Harkin has always looked after us here. He's a good man. Well, Minotaur. Is that still a man? I'm not quite sure."
Fucking hell, well, he said beers on him, didn't he?
I mean, we do a 2-for-1 special for guards, but not quite free.
GILDOR finally unclenches every single muscle. Jesus Christ, I thought that was going to kick off.
As well, by the sound of it.
Jesus Christ, I thought that was going to kick off. Whew. You played that well there. So what was that guy's name?
Harlequin.
I ain't got a fucking clue.
That's Harkin. Harkin's Harkin.
Can anyone now hear me speaking?
What?
Can any? Oh no, not like in there, other than me and you.
There's no one else really sat up by the bar. The only one person there would be the barkeep Hilda.
I feel like me and this halfling are just getting absolutely lit together.
Yeah, I would say actually,
IPAs are getting sacked.
Fucking hell, man. That's a session drink, that one. That's a session drink.
Make a constitution saving throw for me.
Saving throw, do you say?
Yeah, saving throw.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, he's invincible.
You are right now,
Gary from Geordie Shore.
you and Mr. Underweef are drinking, like, he's pulling out like special reserves, like this was number 472. I thought I had it perfect, but it's just a bit too thin. And you are just tasting everything he's ever made, and it is just you're loving it. It's all really nice ale, but it's not even touching the sides yet. You are a heavyweight in this game.
Yeah. That's nice. That's nice, mate. You make a nice brew. Let me tell you.
You have an unbelievable palate. Honestly, please, in the morning, feel free to come to the distillery and have. I'll give you a tour. You're more than welcome.
Where'd you say? Well, I did write it down. No. Where is it?
Old River Bend. Old River Bend is the town distillery.
Okay.
Just literally just off the river.
Yeah, I'm with you. Riverbend. Gotcha. I've written that down, mate.
Yeah, ZARLOK and GILDOR, you are together. There's no one else by the bar now. The only person there is the barkeep Hilda.
Right. Can she hear us?
she's busy doing stuff, like she's cleaning glasses. She's not really she's not involved in your conversation. You know, if you speak in a low voice, she's not going to hear you.
Well, bloody hell, mate. I thought that was going to go fucking mental a minute ago.
Yeah, same.
Fuck me, I can't believe I've been doing that silly accent so long.
You played that very well. Very, very well. Well done.
Well, I'm not just a pretty face.
And now we know he's at that inn. Where? Yeah, I suppose we don't know where that inn is just yet. How exciting, mate. Your compass, your first compass. How do you feel?
To be honest, a little bit devastated. Because, I'll be honest, it took every bone in my entire body not to rip that bastard's head off of his shoulders.
Oh, see, that's where we're opposite ends of the spectrum. I actually thought he wasn't a bad bloke, and I thought you'd feel a little bit guilty killing him, but no, I kind of forgot who I was talking to, so never mind.
If he was a normal bloke and he just had his compass with him, I wouldn't have even thought about killing him. I would have felt bad if I killed him. But this guy was a warrior. You should have seen him. My goodness.
Okay, good. This is good. I mean, it sounds like it'd be worth it. Bloody hell. Wield the power of Tyr. I mean...
Whatever the fuck that means.
I mean, he's a god, isn't he? He's the god of war, or...
Well, whatever he is, I know I'd be probably the same, because I'm the most powerful being in the world, so...
Whatever he is, we could fuck your dad up with it, that's for certain.
Don't mention that name again.
Okay, sorry. I took a nervous sip of J2O. Well, I think that I haven't seen JPJ in enough time to now where I'm slightly nervous if he's okay or not. Let's get Yeg and let's go find him.
Oh, sorry, Talis, I've got to go now, mate. I'll be sure to visit you at some point. Thank you very much for the time.
Yeg, have you had 9 pints, mate?
Huh? Yeah.
How many pints have you had?
Well, 9.
Fucking hell.
Well, how many have you had?
I've had a J2O.
Kind of 9 J2Os, mate. That's absurd.
I look at Zarlok like, what the fuck? This guy's had 9 pints and he's fine.
Let's go find Jaff. You're bothering me.
My goodness.
You're ruining my buzz right now.
Alright, so meanwhile upstairs, Gaston has embraced you in a tight hug and hasn't really let go yet. He is just happy to be again, and you just hear him sort of like mumble into your chest like, I was so worried about you. I've been worried sick. I've heard stories of Jean-Pierre and his traveling band of mercenaries in the Venari, and I heard about a job with a Minotaur, and I heard about a job in Zayeth. There was so many crazy stories that I heard, and everything sounded more dangerous than the last. What's been going on?
Well, wait, quickly, before we get into side talk, let me fix your door, and I'm going to put the door back up and cast Mending on it.
Cool, the door backs onto the hinges.
And I'll send a message down as to what the room number is. And then I'll be like, look, you're here alone. Who knows you're here? How are you, quickly, how are you, like, not being hunted? What the fuck is going on? Why are you just, like, knocking about okay?
Well, when we split paths all those years ago, almost 7.5 years ago it might have been now, I stayed away from Northspire for a while, for a few years. I travelled around, I was a bit everywhere. I spent some time in Greenfell, I went to Shimmer Point, I actually had a little trip down to Waterside, which was quite nice as well. And I got news. I'm assuming you must have the same news if that's why you're back, or did you get my message?
A bit of both. Well, I've got lots of fucking like put together information, but we were coming here anyway, and then on the way I got your message. So what news do you have?
Well, it's about your sister, Sylvie. She survived.
What?
The poison, it didn't get her.
Oh shit.
What do you mean? She's not dead?
No, she's the princess of Northspire. She's living up in Crownspire with Antoine. The people love her. They look to her for guidance, and they hope that one day she will rule.
We have to get into Northspire.
Well, I thought you knew. I thought, wow,
I would have come back. I would have come back much fucking earlier if I'd have known that.
That wasn't even the big news. Well, I guess it is big news, but it's not the reason I told you to come. I found out some other stuff concerning you, but I have to show you. I can't just
show me. What is it? What could be more important than that?
At this point, I'd say that the party of responding to mission have all come up, and as a door opens, Gaston turns around with his like wooden club.
I'll be like, no, they're friends, they're fine. Don't throw the club at them as well. They're fine, I promise.
Are you sure they can be trusted?
Quick, get in. And I'll be like, shut the door. What's the news?
Well, follow me. We have to sneak out the back and head to the Dawnfields Club. And he goes down the stairs, and as he gets to the bottom of the stairs, he looks out towards Hilda, the barkeep, who sees him and immediately make an insight check. Any of you that want to be paying attention, I guess. She sees Gaston. Oh yeah. She sees Gaston, and she sees a guard behind, and immediately gets like scared and stresses about to call for someone. Gaston just puts his arm out, almost like a sign to relax. We're okay. And Hilda speaks to one of the people that work behind the bar, who goes off to the side and elaborately falls over, spilling like 4 big pints of ale. And through the commotion, Gaston leads you out the back of the banded mare, and just begins dragging you off towards the Dawnfields. As you head across this bridge, he's doing his best to it's now quite late at night. There's a few lanterns lighting bits of the road, but there's a very small presence of people out.
Lanterns lighting the road.
Yeah. There's a very small presence of people out at the moment. And as Gaston leads you, the journey becomes familiar as you walk through the Dawnfields. And you head to a small farmstead.
Yeah.
In the golden furrow fields of the Dawnfields.
Yeah.
And as
yeah. Oh no.
And as you reach a familiar farmstead, Gaston knocks. And opening the door.
Before the door opens, I grab Gaston by the shoulder and I'm gonna say, "Don't tell me this is what I think it is."
He looks back at you and says, I didn't believe it either. And as this dirty-haired blonde woman opens the door, I would ask you a genuine question. Do you think you remember her name? Would Jaff remember her name?
Yes. Yeah.
Opening the door is the farmer's daughter, Connie.
Yeah.
And she sees Gaston and is about to ask what's going on before she looks up and sees you and immediately faints on the floor.
and I hear, I mean, I'm going to be slightly worried and kind of like pick her up. I am looking around for a smaller person.
As she falls to the floor and you go to pick her up, you hear, Mummy, is everything okay? And walking out from a straw sort of bed is a child around 7 years old, maybe, with white hair and very similar features to one Jean-Pierre.
Oh my god!
I think I genuinely start having a panic attack. I actually start having a panic attack.
Gaston places his hand on your shoulder and tries to say, "It's okay. Honestly, they're fine. They're healthy. It's okay." And at this point, Connie starts to come to, and before she even really has a chance to say anything, Gaston says, "Please, can we come inside? It's not safe out here." And she nods and heads into a very simple farmstead house. There's a small brick fireplace. There's just a small area that's used for like shucking corn that they obviously clearly grow here, and just a small bed and a small like living area to the side. 2 straw beds for Connie and Baby Boy. And as you enter the room and the door closes behind you, Connie can't really look at you. She doesn't really know how to act. And Henry is just, the son is just asking questions. She's like, what's going on? Who are these people? He points to Gaston. The old man looks familiar, but what? We don't have guests, Mummy. What's going on?
I'm gonna kind of crouch down in front of Connie and grab her by both of her hands and kind of try and get her to like look at me.
She looks down and says, sorry, my lord. I'm so sorry, my lord. I didn't know what to do. Looks like, can I still call you my lord?
I'm gonna kind of like raise her head up a bit so she's actually looking at me, and I'm gonna say, I'm so sorry. I had absolutely no idea.
He starts just crying. Tears just fall from her face.
I'm gonna kind of take out.
This music doesn't fit.
I'm gonna take out a little kind of handkerchief and kind of wipe the tears off her face, and I'll say, I would have been back here so much sooner if I'd have known.
There would have been no way for you to know. It's just, it's been so hard. Knowing Gaston told me everything about what actually happened that night, and it's been so hard keeping it a secret and keeping him safe and trying to survive. And now you're back, and I should be happy, but it's. I'm scared. What if they come looking for you? What if Henry's life's in danger now? You should go. You should stay. I don't want you to go, but I don't know.
I'll bring her in for a hug, and I'll be like, "Shh, don't worry. It's okay. I'm back now, and I will make sure that no harm comes to either of you."
If word gets out of who he really is,
it won't.
At this point, she finally acknowledges the people behind and sees a guard from Lowspire there, and says,
"ZARLOK, drop your disguise. Drop your disguise, please."
Fine.
As the disguise drops, she's like, "Can we trust these people? I mean, Gaston has been amazing. Ever since he found out, he's done everything he can to look after us. But
I would trust these 3 with my life. They are these people in this room are the only people I would trust to know this. Don't worry, we are here. I am here. You are safe. It's fine.
If you say so, my lord.
And you really don't need to call me my lord. Just call me Jaff.
Who's Jaff?
That's me. Jaff or Jean-Pierre, whichever's easier for you.
Okay. Yes, Jean-Pierre. I will.
And I'm going to go over to the little boy, and I'm kind of fighting back tears at this point, to be honest. And I'm going to go over to him, and I'm going to kind of kneel down in front of him, and I'll be like, "So, what's your name, little man?"
Henry. I'm 7, maybe 7.5. 7.
Whoa, you're big for 7, and look at those muscles as well. I can tell my friend behind me over there, the big grey guy, he looks worried. When he saw you were in here, he looked very worried.
He should be. I'm really strong from all of the work I did with Mummy on the farm. I'm really, really good.
Well, it's paying off, little man. You're looking great. I mean, I'd be worried if I saw you the other side of the field. I'm sure you'd be doing a lot more than I am.
He as he gets close to you, he sort of like puts his hand onto your hand, just instinctively. He says, "Oh, you're really cold. You're not. Oh, that's weird. Do you want to come by the fire?"
I'm gonna just pull my hand away and say, "Oh, we've just been traveling for a long time. It's okay. I'll warm up. I'm sure I'll warm up. It's nice and warm in here."
Mummy, should we give our guests some stew? And kind of like, yes, let me heat something up. And she heads off to the cauldron, and it's a very simple like corn and wheat and like dumpling stew that she just sort of lights the fire and starts to heat up.
While they're doing that, immediately the first thing I'm going to do, where's somewhere that she's not, but is like obvious that she would eventually see? Is there somewhere in the house where it's like, I could leave something and she might not see it immediately, but we'll find it fairly quickly?
There's a small, like she's in the kitchen area, there's a small living area where there's like a rocking chair and a few like kids' toys. And there's a small like bookcase with, there's not really any books on it, it's more used as like just storage and stuff. That's high enough that Henry will be able to reach it.
On the bookcase, I'm going to leave 1,250 gold, which is my share of our 5,000 that we got from Fontaine. So I'm going to leave that there. And then I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to do.
At this point, Gaston comes over and says, "Henry, how you doing?" He's like, Gaston, good to see you. And he's like, "Why don't you show me your toys, Henry?" He's like, yeah. And he like kind of looks at you and says, go have a chat with Connie. I'll look after the son who can speak freely.
Yeah, I'll go into the kitchen then.
You see that like Connie is trying to get busy. She's stirring the pot and adding spices and salt, everything that's already seasoned. She's just doing it just to be busy at the moment. And as you come in, she says, he doesn't know anything about you and what his place is in this world and who he really is.
Do you want him to know?
I want him to be safe. I want him to live a normal life. I just want him to be okay. If things were different, I'd be happy for him to know his true lineage. But with the state of the things going on in the city and what Gaston told me, I just want him to be safe.
Look, you're not gonna have to worry about that ever again. We're gonna figure that out.
What do you mean figure that out? He's the most powerful man in the kingdom.
don't worry. I've got some good friends around. We can sort this out. Look, it's up to you whether you want him to know. I mean, I would probably like him to, but it doesn't have to be right now. We don't have to tell him now. I'm just kind of in shock that this has happened, and also that we couldn't choose a better name than Henry. Like, Henry could have been better.
Henry was my father's name. Also, I was going to name him after you, but I didn't want any more attention. You know, there's not many kids with white hair.
Yeah. Maybe we double barrel it in future. We'll think about that. But
well, he hasn't got a middle name, so
yeah,
I feel like it's only right that his father chooses that.
I mean, look. The thing is, you've done this. You've managed this far here, but we can figure out sorting this out. I'm gonna need a little while to kind of collect my thoughts on this and figure this out. But look, don't be sorry. Don't think anything like you've done anything bad or anything like that. Look, like, I'm glad that I now know. Please don't call me my lord or anything like that. And look, we're in this together, so I'm here to help and to make things better.
Thank you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. When Gaston told me everything happened and you fled, I was glad that you were safe, but I didn't expect for you to. I hoped, I prayed to the gods that you'd come back one day, and well, I'm glad they heeded my prayers. Where did Jaff come from? That's I never heard that.
It was changed. I needed, when I escaped, I had to change my last name. Jaffwa was the last name I took on. I had to keep a low profile, so Jaffwa was what I decided on. It's what I took.
That makes sense. I guess a simple peasant farmer girl like me doesn't have to worry about names. I don't really have a surname. I'm just Connie. Connie, son of Henry.
Connie, you're not going to have to worry about anything ever again, all right? We'll figure this out. I just have someone I need to go talk to very quickly, and then we can enjoy a stew and be a family for a little while, okay?
That'd be nice. And listen, I don't know how long you're here for. I don't know if will ever come back, but you're always welcome here.
Look, I don't plan on just leaving you here. Look, let me talk to some people. We're gonna figure this out, okay?
Okay, I'll get the stew ready for everyone.
I'm gonna head outside and I'm gonna say to the boys, "Can you guys just give me a minute?"
Yeah.
Can you just give me a minute?
Holy fucking shit! What the fuck? Holy shit!
I'm gonna head outside, Jan.
Mm-hmm.
I presume where she is, it's kind of farmland and it's not too busy, and I can sit out here.
Yeah. You're pretty much, you're pretty safe where you are.
I'm gonna get kind of a distance away from the house as to where people won't necessarily hear or like have the best line of sight of me. And I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna cross my legs, and I'm gonna attempt to contact Ekthys.
You sit there, cross-legged, hand running up and down the shaft of your glaive, the only thing that you know could perhaps strengthen your connection to Ekthys, and use that as a conduit to try and speak to him. And after a few moments, your eyes sort of roll back in your head and your vision goes grey. And once again, you find yourself, one moment, face to face with the Lich Ekvis sitting on his throne underneath the temple of Ao in Dornhaven.
I'm going to sit cross-legged in front of him with the glaive across my lap. I'm going to say, I want some more details about our deal.
What do you wish to know?
I want to know who the last name on this glaive is, firstly.
I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
When
It has
these
not yet
names
been decided.
When these names are done, are we done?
Well, I suppose that's something we can discuss at the time.
I want to discuss it now.
People change. Power changes people. Every name you tick off will give you more power. Perhaps after ticking it all off, you'll grow fond of that power. Perhaps you'll want more of that power. After all, you think the threats will stop? You think Henry will always be safe? There will always be someone after him.
You knew?
I did. I did know indeed. I knew about Sylvie also.
What if I didn't want any more of your power?
Deals are not so easily broken. I would be wary with any big decisions you may be thinking of making. You see, a deal with a lich is different. I don't know how much you know about deals with devils. Devils they love making a deal. They are contracts, order, legal, and there may be workarounds and loopholes. But if the contract is enforced, the contract is enforced. A deal with someone like me is different. I am your patron. I give you power. And in return, you give me yourself, your soul, your everything. Try and renege on our deal would be catastrophic for both you and for those you love.
As long as Henry, Sylvie, Connie, and my few friends are safe, I will do whatever it is you ask of me. But I want some kind of assurance that they are safe from this last blurred name here.
You ask for much. I will make you an offer. You can protect one person of your choosing from being that blood name. I have not yet decided who that name will be. I will let you protect one. Only one. This is the sacrifice you made. This is what your desire for power, your desire for vengeance brought you. I was the champion of the god of vengeance. I know what vengeance can do to someone. Look at me. I am a husk of bones held together by dark, evil magic. This is what vengeance does to a person. and this is what vengeance will do to you. But now it's too late. Your desire for revenge has brought you to this crossroads. Be glad or even giving you a choice to save someone.
I'll be back, and I'm going to try and snap my eyes back and regain my consciousness.
You open your eyes, your head is pounding, and you feel just in the back of your head a gravelly, low chuckle from Ekvis. And then the connection snaps, and you're back.
And I'll make my way back into the house. I'll kind of put on a smile of sorts, and I'll do my best to kind of pull myself together at this point.
You re-enter the farmstead, and Connie is bringing out bowls of stew for everyone, and she gives you a bigger portion than everyone else. You know, yours has got 4 dumplings, where everyone's only got like 2. And you can sit there and start to eat your stew, and it's quiet. People are eating and too scared to talk.
I'll chuck one back onto her plate, and I'll
you noticed that she had none on her plate.
Yeah, I'll put 2. Well, I'll put, if she had none, then I'll put 2 of mine onto her plate, and I will have sat myself down next to Henry, and I'll be asking him questions. I'll say, like, what does he want to be when he grows up? What makes him happy?
I really like seeing the ships go down the river, and Mummy said one day maybe I can go and look at the big ships at the ports. I think a life on the sea would be nice, a life of adventure. You know, she always told me stories of people who, you know, protected the weak and, you know, done good. You know, I think that those stories are always fun. I'd like to be an adventurer.
You see, I have a good friend of mine who has a really big ship, and he's the captain of that ship, and he travels around. So maybe when you're a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger, even than you are now, I can show you my friend, and you can see his ship. Maybe.
Did you hear that, Mummy? I can go on a big ship.
If that's okay with your mum, of course.
She smiles, says, well, like I said, if you get big and strong, then maybe.
You got to make sure you're eating all of your greens, though, if you're going to go see the ship. Otherwise, you'll get blown right off it. So you got to make sure you're eating those up.
I don't really like vegetables. But if it means I get on a big ship, I'll do it. And he starts poking at all of the corn and the vegetables in the stew and like wolfing them down.
I'll kick Gil under the table to make some conversation and make this dinner less silent and daunting.
So I feel like I didn't probably get the chance to introduce myself. Did you say your name was Connie, young lady?
Yes, Connie, and you are?
I am GILDOR Gilgalad. I'm friends with Jean-Pierre, and yeah, we are.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
You are the first elf I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. You are seems to be a lovely guy. She seems very nervous speaking to someone that isn't like a peasant / like farm person.
I'm also shitting my pants right now. I look like I've seen a ghost. I mean, you are say the word, and you are welcome in Zahith. That's my home country at any time you like.
Well, I mean, thank you. I've never left the Dawnfields. I've never left the foothold really. So I think maybe I'll explore because to home before I make the trip down to Zahith. But thank you for the offer. I very much appreciate it. And she points to ZARLOK and to Yeg. You guys, I mean, friends of Jean-Pierre, you're always welcome here. Your names, good
Oh,
sirs?
thank you. I'm Yegor. You can call me Yeg.
Pleasure to meet you, Yeg. And she seems a bit nervous looking at you, ZARLOK, seeing as you are like 3 foot taller than her.
I'm going to crouch down to one knee and put my hand out and say, pleasure to meet you, young lady.
Lovely.
You are...
My name is ZARLOK.
ZARLOK, Connie, lovely to meet you. You are not what I expected. I guess I shouldn't be so stereotypical. That's my bad.
Don't judge a scroll by its cover.
She chuckles. Well, I can't even read, so I wouldn't really know the contents. But
don't
anyway,
ruin it now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I speak too much when I get nervous. I'm sorry. And she goes back to eating her stew.
I'm gonna, whilst we're sort of quietly eating, I'm gonna quickly message Jaff and be like, "How much do you want to clue Connie in on what is really going on here and why we're actually here? I don't want to talk out of turn."
I'll message back and just be like, I'll be honest with you, my head is all over the place. I don't know. I'm not sure if we should.
I don't see what harm it could do. If anything,
maybe just not with my boy
Henry
in
around.
earshot.
Yeah, maybe I can take Henry off and show him some magic, and you can give Connie not all the details, nothing where someone could take her, God forbid, and learn something, but explain, doing your best, sort of what the broader picture is, I guess. Oh God, this is fucked.
Yeah.
Maybe let Yeg do it. He knows people. I don't know.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, I can't hear you.
I think Yeg knows. Yeg knows how to have a curt conversation.
It's my. I'll do it. I wouldn't put that on Yeg. I'll clue her in on some of it so she knows what's going on. And I don't know, your advice, would it be a good idea to get her to like Emberfield or something? Send her and Gaston to Emberfield? Just get them out of here?
I mean, how long has she been here for?
She's been here since I left, so she's been here like, well, I mean, the kid's 7 years old, so...
I mean, if she's done 7 years here, part of me thinks like, better the devil you know, like...
Yeah,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I was kind of half thinking, but
as Henry finishes his stew, I think Gaston senses that conversations need to be had and says, "Right, Henry, let me get you to bed. I can read you that story you like. You know, the one about the pirates and the sailors." He's like, "Oh yeah, okay." And Gaston will like pick him up, say good night to everyone, Henry.
Good night, Henry. Good night.
Henry, look at this. And I cast Mage Hand and I wave goodnight.
Wow! Wow! Do it again.
Listen, you be a good boy and you go to bed, and I'll show you more tomorrow, all right?
Okay. And then Gaston carry him to the bed and sit off to the side and stop telling him the story, and he begins to slowly fall asleep.
Look, Connie, I'll clue you in on a small amount of why it is I'm back. I mean, obviously, circumstances have now changed, but there's a group of people doing some fairly nefarious shit in Azureth at the moment, and we're here to stop them. And one of them is in Northspire. I don't know if it's right to tell you who they are, but and I'll kind of look to the rest of the group for any kind of acknowledgement and like support at this point as to whether or not they agree.
He's gone to the toilet.
Look,
Oh, shit, is he?
probably not right to tell you, but there's people doing nefarious shit, and we're here to stop them, basically. And we need to go into Northspire to kind of get a recce on that. So I am gonna have to be gone for a short while, but this is the first place I'll be coming back to after we finish in Northspire. Do you feel safe here? There is somewhere where I have allies that we could get you to. But do you feel safe here? Would you rather stay here?
I mean, as long as no one knows who Henry really is, I feel safe. As long as the secret is kept, and I don't really want to uproot Henry. And he likes it here. He likes the farm life. He has some friends from the village that he gets on with. But I mean, whatever you think. I'm sorry. Whatever you think. Jean-Pierre is best. I'll defer to you. You have much more experience in these matters than any of us.
No, that's fine. If you feel safe here and there hasn't been any problems so far, then I'm sure that'll be fine.
So I had a question, if I could.
Please ask away.
Did you know that Jean-Pierre's sister is still alive?
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
it was probably a few weeks after the Jaff left, the Jean-Pierre left. It was announced that the rest of the family had succumbed to the illness, but Sylvie was the only one that made a recovery. She was weak for a while. Obviously, news comes quite slow down here in the foothold. We just get dregs of information from those that come down here and spend a day or two here every so often. So I don't know the specifics, but once she made a full recovery, it was a big celebration. There was parties, even the foothold got involved, and we had a small little gathering and a small little festival here. And ever since, she has just been living in the capital, and she makes appearances from the balcony here every so often. But yeah, it's common knowledge that she was okay. I'm surprised they didn't make it further. But I guess if you've not been around Northspire, it might not have made its way around the rest of the kingdom. It's not. Most common folk like myself don't really concern ourselves with the lives of nobles and royalty. It's just.
Do you know about her relationship with Antoine and what that's like?
I can't say I do. Gaston might know more, and Gaston will speak up at this point and say, now that Henry's fortunate, he's come back to the table, will speak up at this point and will say, well, I've tried my best to get any information I can, but obviously secrecy and privacy has been my number one concern. From what I know, she lives in the citadel alongside him and has no idea of the true nature of what happened. In terms of anything else, I can't say that I'm aware.
So you know about her. I think a better question would be, does she know about you? Like, would she recognize you? Does she know yours and Jean-Pierre's history? I mean, you said Henry has friends. Are you letting Henry run around? If she bumped into Henry, would she recognize his face?
I mean, I doubt the princess would ever come down to the foothold. She'd be turning 21 soon, actually. She's much older, and I'm sure she will be spending her times Crownspire and Highspire. I doubt that they'd let the princess run around in the foothold. Henry's safe here. I think the foothold, people in the foothold keep themselves to themselves. There's not too much of a gossip stuff going around that way. But Sylvie would recognise me. She grew up around me. I grew up with all the children. Genevieve, Hébert, Colette, everyone. But I haven't tried to contact her. It's too risky, both for myself and for Henry.
I definitely agree. These, as Jean-Pierre aptly put, things have changed and are escalating in a terrible direction. That these people have already killed Yeg's parents and my dad. I can't bear to see another person I care about lose a family member, and I don't say that to scare you, and I'm sorry if that's abrupt, but this is how we need to be going forward, because these people will take everything and more from us.
Yes, I think caution is important. But I also think we are at a massive disadvantage. We have such little information about what's actually going on in Northspire. I mean, I haven't been set foot in the city. I've been too worried, and I've had other concerns. But for us to make any sort of actions, if you are really truly serious about acting and trying to make a change, we need information. We need to know what's going on in Northspire. It's a risk, but it's our only real move.
I think there's a lot for us to stew on. I think we, pointing to the rest of the guys, probably need to have a chat and figure out our course of action now. And we wouldn't want to kind of wouldn't want to put you out or anything, so it's probably best that we go have this chat, figure our stuff out. But before we leave the footholds here, I'll make sure to come back and see you before we do. And then, as I say, once we're done in Northspire, this will be the first place I come to.
Well, you're welcome to. It won't be luxurious for a lord like yourself, but I can sort out the barn, perhaps get a few hay bales together as some makeshift beds for you all to spend the evening. Again, it's up to you. And Sylvie sort of looks down again, a bit embarrassed if she's offering a noble like yourself a space like a barn to stay in.
Well, look, you guys, it's up to you. We can go stay at the tavern. We can stay here. I just think we probably need to have a chat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind where we stay. I mean, any place where I wake up in the morning is usually all right.
Yeah, I'm not bothered either. Whatever makes everyone comfortable.
We'll stay in the barn then, but look, we'll sort it out. It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll stay in the barn. Thank you very much for the stew and the dumplings. It was lovely.
Anytime. Thank you for coming back. It means a lot. You see her voice begins to break a little bit as she realizes the situation that you're back, but you probably can't stay.
I'll give her a hug, and then before we leave to go into the barn, I'll go over and give a sleeping Henry a little kiss on the head, and then we should probably make our way out to the barn and have a chat.
You head over to the barn and you get together a bunch of hay bales and bits and bobs for a rough sleeping area. It's cold, but it's a nice, like, mild summer's evening, so it's not freezing cold.
I'm gonna start prolifically crying, like fall into Yeg's arms and start absolutely bawling my eyes out.
Nah, mate, it's okay.
I've absolutely fucked it, boys.
Everyone deserves a second chance, man. Don't even worry about it.
I don't think that my patron is gonna give me one like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to sort of kill the reunion, but it's the first thing I thought. Being the wrecking ball is a lot easier when you've got nothing to lose, but having a fucking partner and a child complicates things a lot.
And my fucking sister as well. I'll relay.
Sister bollocks.
I'll relay to them that I spoke to him. I'll relay to them about this last kind of blurred name, and I'll say that he basically gave me a choice to save one of them, and that was the only choice he gave me. And I'm literally like bawling my eyes out, like I've absolutely fucked this.
I am immediately, again, after being filled in on the info, going to cast Sending, and I'm going to message Thalan again and put, Mum, it's urgent, need a favour, start researching on contracts with patrons and warlock deals in general. Reply ASAP, thanks and love you, and I'll leave it at that.
You get a response almost immediately. I'm on it, son. I will get back to you with any findings I can find. Hope everything is going okay.
Right, Jaff, I've sent a message back to Zahith. Contracts are an unbelievably powerful thing. I wouldn't hold your breath that anything could break it, but
yeah,
I've put the feelers out there at least.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm for the first time ever in my life, I'm going to kind of just right outside the door of the barn. Well, I'm going to get outside the barn quickly on my knees, and I'm going to pray. I don't know who to.
Not your patron.
Well, not to my patron specifically.
Is this the multi-class into cleric now?
I don't know who to, I don't know what, but I'm literally just going to pray and be like, I've made so many bad decisions, and I've never, like, for so many years, I've never had anything to really care about. But now I've stumbled upon multiple things I've got to care about quite a lot, and I don't know what to do. And that's like, please help me. And that's all my prayer's going to be. And then I'm going to roll
a d20 for me.
Oh,
nah, it could be good.
You're absolutely joking me.
Sorry. You. 1 second.
I wasn't actually expecting any kind of reply or anything on this. I was just kind of sending it out into the ether, but
I know.
here we go.
Just screaming at the sky. Little do you know, the sky screams back.
All you hear is a whisper. Just a few words. And all you hear is, the Shadowed King finally gets his revenge.
Right.
If you'd like to make a religion check for me as well after hearing
Yes.
that.
Yes, I would love to make any kind of check I can possibly make at this point. I'll make all of them.
Okay. On a 20 on religion, you remember a bunch of stuff that you actually read fairly recently when you resolved everything in Zahith. The Shadowed King is one of the names given to Noctis, who is the god of deceit and shadow, who you recently found out was Kinlan. Kinlan, the drow who was the champion of Umsil. And you remember that Kinlan's mortal enemy was Azureth, who became Solareth, who was then the Dawnforged. So they were the Solareth or Azureth became the god of order and light. Kinlan became Noctis, who was the god of deceit and shadow. And you know that your lineage traces back, thousands, tens of thousands of years back to Azureth. And you feel like that your prayer fell possibly to the wrong side of light and shadow. And perhaps Noctis is reveling in your struggle right now.
I'm just gonna go back inside. Okay. I'm just gonna go back inside and I'm gonna be like, okay, well, a lot has changed. I don't want this to derail what we need to do. But all of my fucked shit aside, we still need to do what we came here to do.
Just before we move on, I have one last idea. I think whilst Jaff was outside praying, Triple G has his spellbook on the floor and he's been frantically flicking through. I think as well, even like beyond above table, wanting to do something for Luke's character, like this is the first ever opportunity for Triple G to see one of his friends actually have that chance to redeem something for them. Like Yeg's parents were already dead. ZARLOK's dad had already defeated him in a combat. My dad, when I saw him, was already too far gone. Like this is the first opportunity where we actually have a chance to impact positively on Jean-Pierre and his life and the people that he loves. Like the opportunity is actually in front of Triple G for the first time to actually impact someone. So the whole time he's been outside, I will have been ritual casting, and I am gonna cast divination, and I'm gonna attempt to talk to Mistra.
Oh my god.
Okay. What are you trying to ask Mishra?
I'm going to
I'll say, as you begin to ritual cast it, you feel that connection, but she's almost waiting for you to ask.
I'm going to ask, do you know how to break a contract with a lich or a warlock's patron? Well, not do you know, but how do you?
After a moment, you will get a response. And she will say, it depends on the power of the lich. But there is some high-level magic that could break this bond. But a lot of it will come with a cost. The only other option would be to defeat the lich itself.
I relay that to the group. And yeah. Oh, okay. This is fucked.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, look, we've. This is my shit. It's not your shit. As I say, we still need to get into Northspire. We still need to do what we've come here to do. Picking up some information on my sister along the way would be helpful. Figuring out why and how she's still alive, what it is exactly that I could do for her, whether or not she for some reason would want to be there or has been lied to or whatever. Figuring that out comes as an extra. We still need to figure out some information on Antoine, figure out the state of Northspire, figure out all of that. We've still got to do that. So we still need to make our way in tomorrow, whether or not that be through the thieves people, whether or not that be through the fucking front door. I don't know, but we still need to figure that out tomorrow.
At this point, do you all begin to rest? Or is there anything else you got on? Gaston is with you, by the way. He's decided to spend the night in the barn with you guys.
Gaston, what do you know about the Mother Shade and the Grey Lanterns and all of that? What do you have any contact with them? Do you know who they are?
I don't know too much. I know that their presence is mainly either in the footholds or within the mountain itself. Your best bet would probably be within Smith's Hollow. People in there would have the most use for them. It's hard to make a living as a person in the foothold, and people may turn to the Grey Lanterns for help. In terms of getting into contact with Mother Shade, I know she exists. She's a bit of a urban legend around these parts, but no one I know has seen her. I think Hilda at the Bannered Mare would be your best bet as a starting place. Now she knows that you guys are friendly to me, she should be forthcoming and would help. So I think that's probably your first bet.
Okay. I think that's what we do tomorrow then, guys.
I think so.
Do we know where this tavern is that Fred's spyglass is at? The
Jade Ember Inn.
Would
Where
I
is that?
know? Yeah.
It's called the Jade Ember Inn.
Yeah, Jade Ember Inn, yeah.
Yeah, and you would know where the Jade Ember Inn is. It is... Let me just double check, get it correct. You know it is in Midspire, along the Merchant's Promenade.
Okay.
Oh, as long as we don't miss it, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we got to get in there anyway. I think tomorrow it's.
I will say, by the way, he gave you that golden coin.
Yeah, I know.
If anyone wants to wishes to investigate that, they're more than welcome to.
Can I do? Is it a magical thing? Can I do an Arcana check on it? Or?
You can do an Arcana check, but it's not magical.
Oh, I'll do an investigation check on it.
I would say actually your best bet is showing it to Jaff. On your 11 investigation, Jaff, you heard rumours of a underground club, let's say, for corrupt nobles, corrupt and wealthy merchants, and criminals that had ingrained themselves in high society. It's something that your father always worked against, but it was always hard to pinpoint exactly. It was called the Golden Fang. And it was like an exclusive club for people that were invited. There were talks of shady business dealings going down there, as well as entertainment for the upper class that had a penchant for the criminal enterprises, and that the fact that this has a golden coin with fangs on it, you assume that this you're reminded of that at this point.
Could be a fight club of sorts. Okay, well, we've got that. We've got to get into Northspire either way. I think the Grey Lanterns is our best bet. We tackle that tomorrow and we go looking around Smith's Hollow.
Yeah, it sucks because I would have liked to have gone to Old Riverbend tomorrow, but I feel like we've got other pressing matters than...
Well, look, we can maybe make a quick stop by on our way through.
What's in Old Riverbend?
It's the brewery
The Brewer.
with the halfling guy.
If you set your alarm early, I'll come with you.
Damn, if only Alfred was here.
Cool. You take your long rest. Health back, spells back. Anything that resets on a long rest, all back as normal. And as the cockerel crows in the dawnfields, as the sun comes up, you're awake, rested and refreshed in the barn. Henry and Connie are already outside tending to the fields as you wake up, and give you a wave as you exit the barn.
Do you guys want to go to the Old Riverbend?
Yeah, I mean, we can do. I think he was just a nice guy, and it's nice that he extended his hand like that. But as I say, I'm not like... Maybe we do go just to... He did say come by in the morning, so, okay. I'll decide, yeah. I'll go.
Cool. So are you all going?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Cool. So you say your goodbyes to Connie and Henry.
Thank you for the hospitality.
And you head to Old Riverbend, and you see literally on the riverbank with like a big water wheel being spun by the river, a large brewery, the Tarn Brewery, Tarn Distillery, sorry. And you knock on the door, and Talus comes out and says, Yegor and friends, pleasure to have you. I've literally just got this thing up and running. Please come in for a nice little tour.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll make anyone who wishes to make investigation checks as you enter this.
Oh yeah, I will.
Well, do you fancy making one, or are you?
Yeah, go on, I will do. Sorry, I couldn't find the button. There you go.
On that 19 investigation, looking around, a lot of the equipment here is like brand new and quite high end. Something that you wouldn't really expect to see in a small distillery off like a little riverbank that doesn't really produce the same throughput as these large like breweries would. There are these big brass boiling containers. There are these like alchemical jugs that are used to like extract almost like a purer form of alcohol and then reinvest it in. And it's very technical and very expensive stuff. Something that a halfling man from a small village outside the capital probably couldn't afford on his own. And he begins to tour you around. So we use the energy from the river to spin our water wheel, and that powers all of our machinery in here.
Fun.
I have different contracts. I get some of the hops from people in the Dawnfields, but then also there are barley fields a little bit more south towards Greenfeld. They come in, and then I feel like a good blend of the two. Can really try to find that correct blend is quite difficult. And then here I have my tasting area, and you can see there's like this big, it's like a wall of barrels that all have these little taps on them. They're all labelled with like different numbers. Like this is like a 60-40 blend, this is a 59-41 blend. 58-42 blend, and you should try to find out the correct blends of the hops to barley ratios. And then also you have different times you boil it for, and the amount of time you leave it to ferment, and the amount of yeast you use. It's a whole crazy process, but it is tough. Would you like to try some and just
yeah,
a mug? So feel free, just open a tap, have a sip, and see what you like.
Where did you get all your money from?
Or just something I've always had.
Oh,
So you came from riches.
You could say that.
What could you say?
Oh, I could say what I just said.
I feel like there's tension in the air. I really like this beer. That's what I'm saying.
What were you about to say? Sorry, GILDOR?
I want to cast Detect Thoughts on this guy.
Whoa!
Okay.
Chat goes crazy.
Chat goes wild for the Detect Thoughts.
The surface thoughts are, please don't dig any deeper.
I'm digging, boy.
So then you're going to dig deeper into his thoughts.
Yes.
Cool.
Do you really need to? I mean,
DC
that
is a
is
16,
hilarious.
yeah?
I'm sorry, when he says please don't dig any deeper, what am I going to go, okay.
I
It's
think
DC
it's
DC
Shadow
16. DC 16. He gets a +1 to his wisdom save. So he needs to roll a 14 or lower. Natural one.
Nice.
He's thinking, can't let these people know about my dealings with the Grey Lanterns. Mother Shade will kill me if it gets out.
Here we fucking go.
Ooh.
Suck your mum. This geezer's mine. I message Jaff. I message everyone one by one and be like, this guy knows the Grey Lanterns, play it cool.
So have you been working on any, I don't know, do you only do ales? Are you an ale only man?
Well, I mean, the goal is to make the best ale in the world. I would love to move into like wines and brandies.
That's awesome.
But I don't have a reliable vineyard to get grapes from
For
at
that.
the moment. And I think just with the moment, my focus is purely on the ale. But eventually, I would love to have my have a plethora, a diverse portfolio.
Yeah, that's the dream. I like that. I like that for you. This equipment is amazing, mate.
I'm gonna message Gil and say, shall I charm him?
I'm going to say, follow my lead.
Okay.
Sorry, I've got a question. We got very specific tastes, high elves. Do you have any ale that could take us to the Grey Lanterns?
He goes white for a moment and says, Grey Lanterns? Is that some sort of slang for a very drunk stupor? Because, I have a very high shout out if you like it.
I'll just stare at him.
Make an insight check.
Insight.
He's sweating profusely. He's about ready to break. Like the next pressing of stuff is probably going to break him. He's doesn't seem like the most resolute of men, and there's 4 of you and one of you being a 7.5-foot tall Goliath.
I'm gonna start counting down. I'm gonna go 5, 4, 3.
What happens if you get to 1?
2,
What happens if you get to 1?
You don't want to hear what happens.
Whoa!
Right, ZARLOK.
Wait. Are you guys guards? You have to tell me legally. If you're a guard, you have to tell me.
Legally, if the teacher doesn't arrive within 15 minutes, we can actually leave.
My brother, start spilling the beans, or this guy. Look at this guy right here. He's the 4th best compass boy in the world. He is soon.
I don't know what that means, but that scares me regardless.
Compass boy in the world. Hurry
You
up!
want to find out
fucking
what it
spill.
means?
Yeah. Do you want to?
I don't. Okay. Right. I took a loan from some people who may or may not be called the Grey Lanterns. They gave me a few thousand coins, and it allowed me to buy all this equipment because I really want a nicer life. I mean, life in the foothold is nice, it's cute, whatever, but mid-spire, high spire, it looks nice. I kind of want to be around that area, and you know, if the only thing I can do is make alcohol. It's all I ever knew. But with the stuff I had, my ale was watery, it was brown, it wasn't nice, it was a bit of a bitter taste, and I needed better equipment. They gave me a loan. I'm not really very close to paying it back because I haven't perfected my ale yet, and it's not going very well. I'm a little bit scared. I don't really want to show my face around them, but I've got, I think, 2 weeks to get them their gold back, and I don't really have any, and I need to give them back double their investment.
What?
So I owe them 6,000 coins.
Oh, gee whiz, man. I
owe them 6,000 gold. I took a 3,000 gold loan. I spent it all on R&D, research, development, and new stuff. And I haven't sold a single barrel of any of my ale yet.
How much money do you currently have?
55 gold. That's a lot for a peasant, but it's not a lot for someone that owes 6,000 gold.
Well, you're going to need to take us to them.
Whoa. Then they're going to ask me how much money I have and how close I am. I can't do that.
Listen, mate, I fucking love your ale. I love it to bits. You have so fucked up here. No. What'd you say?
Please? I'll give you a cask of ale for 6,000 gold. All right.
No.
5,945 gold. Final offer.
You're pissing me off now, Tallis.
Sir, how much do you like your
Yeah, we are
kneecaps?
friends.
Tallis, do you enjoy use of your own kneecaps?
I do. I'm quite short as well, so if I didn't have my kneecaps, I'd be even shorter. I'm a half of you, see.
Would you say you're weakest at the shoulder or the elbow?
Okay, brilliant. You might look good. I'm probably about as weak in both. Probably my elbow's more weak.
Listen,
ZARLOK, do you want to play tug of war with him?
One moment. I'm going to just turn to him.
He literally pisses his pants. He pees all over the floor. There is a puddle of and it stinks. It's like you can tell this guy hasn't drank any water or eaten anything. All he's been doing is trying to make ale, and his pee stinks.
That's probably one of my favourite bits, is just ZARLOK fucking screaming at his people.
I prestidigitate the piss away. Get some fucking control over yourself.
I'm gonna vicious mockery the guy.
Instant crit.
The first spell I've seen Yeg cast in maybe 9 sessions is vicious mockery.
A little pissy boy, a little pissy pants boy.
I've never seen this side of Yeg before. Never seen
Listen,
this side of...
I'm scared of you guys, but I'm also scared of them. Like, I could take you to them, but you have to promise to protect me.
No can do, friend.
Well, I'm not going to take you to them then. I'd rather just...
Right, that's it. I'm having his kneecaps. I want his kneecaps and 2 of his toes.
Listen,
and I'm gonna draw my glaive.
And we'll leave you outside and go in on our own.
Yeah. You just lead us...
Not quite that simple.
Yes, it is. It's always that simple.
Well, no, it's actually not.
Yes.
They have a... They
got fucking cameras or something?
What the fuck is a camera?
They have a base in Smith's Hollow, but it's a front. Yes, they have a blacksmith's place.
Okay.
And you have to say the secret words to get in, is all that stuff. And
Okay.
I don't actually remember them.
You don't remember.
Are you lying to us, Tallis?
I generate a fireball in my hand. I will fucking burn this place to the ground if you do not tell her.
Okay, no, don't, please. I'm already 6,000 in the hole.
I
can't be any more money.
Hang on a minute. Insurance fraud.
We've got a great contact.
I spent all the money on. I don't have any insurance. I spent all the money on containers.
You honestly deserve to die right now. You so deserve to die.
We turn into absolute goblins. What is happening? Yeah. Right, listen, Tallis, you're pissing me off.
Waterside was a fuck up. This is a united front. This guy deserves to die.
What are the words?
You have to say, grey light illuminates the shade.
I lean forward and headbutt him as hard as I can. You knew the words and still tried to lie to us after all of that.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've never had to deal with criminals before. You guys have been.
What do you mean hang on, pause. What do you mean you've never had to deal with criminals before? Who the fuck are the grey light? Are they not criminals?
They call themselves
you took 3,000 gold off them, knowing that you'd have to pay back. Fucking 6,000
interest.
3,000 gold at 100% interest from a group you're actively scared of as well.
And you came up with no payment plan, you moron! You just put 6 grand on ales!
I hold his arms behind his back. Yeah, hit him with the harmonica. Hit him with it! Hit him with it!
He just passes out in your arms and pisses himself on top of you this time now.
Kicking the shit out of him on the floor. I turn to JPJ. Summon Eggfist. End him.
Oh my word.
I offer you this soul Eggfist. Oh, fucking hell. I can't even remember what the next word was.
Oh, don't worry, I wrote it down. I've got
Can
it.
anyone remember what he said?
Grey light illuminates the shade. I've got it.
It's fine, yeah. It's written down.
I've got it.
Some grey bollocks. We'll just blow the front up. Blow it up.
Oh dear.
He wakes up and says, "You need to go to Hammerfall Forge. Hammerfall Forge."
Okay, thank you. And I kick him unconscious again.
He woke up to tell us one more bit of lore and then just went.
Oh god.
Oh, greatest NPC of all time. Yeg just wanted a beer with an absolute fucking gimp. Oh, that's so funny.
He was alright prior to the whole...
I must admit, his character flew off a cliff there. He was quite cool in the pub. We get to his shop and he's an absolute fucking dweeb.
He is such a fucking loser sober, honestly.
And now with the new context, that scene just looks so sad. He's in there with 6 beers on his own.
Recontextualizing the pub makes him look awful.
Oh,
fucking hell.
Alright, I kick him unconscious again and let's fuck off to this forge.
I'll throw down 1 gold on him.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna insult him. I'm gonna leave him a piece of bronze.
Sorry, did I say I'll give him a gold? I meant I'm gonna rob him of 55 gold.
Wait. Yeah, let's take his 55 and leave him a fucking copper.
Whoever wants to say that might have marked 55 gold to their character sheet.
Oh god,
Minus 1 copper.
I'll leave the copper.
Cool. I think we'll end it there.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Next week we'll start.
Jesus Christ, guys, that is funny as.
He was not meant to have any of that lore.
Oh really? Do you not say? I thought that was so well written that you must have come up with that weeks ago.
I never want to hear Talus's name ever again.